today to tell you about farming the sun very quickly. So this is the Northern Rivers area of New South Wales. The Northern Rivers is very engaged with sustainability, which could be said originated back in 1973 at the Aquarius Festival in Nimbin. And Lismore is located in one of the heartlands of Australia's gas fields green movement, which is an amazing example of people power. Farming the Sun is a collaboration coordinated by Starfish Initiatives. Lismore City Council partnered with Farming the Sun to develop a unique council community energy project, the first of its kind. It received funding for its development through the Office of Environment and Heritage Growing Community Energy Grants program. The purpose of the project is to install 2 solar farms on 2 of Council's high-use sites, funded by a community model. The basic business model is that a group of community investors loan money to Council to install the solar farms. Council repays the loan with interest. The shareholders get back a franked dividend. So why was Lismore Council interested in this project? Well, in 2012, the Council undertook the largest community consultation process that they'd ever undertaken. We asked our community to imagine Lismore and to tell us what sort of place they wanted it to be in the future. They said they had a vision of Lismore being a model of sustainability. So to show support for our community's vision, our GM, General Manager, set us the bold challenge of self-generating all of Council's electricity needs from renewable sources by 2023. So when Council was presented with the concept of farming the sun, it was clear that this could be a very important project for Lismore. It aligned with our community's vision and Council's renewable energy goal. It's been a 4-year-long process, and yes, there were challenges along the way. Due to the political uncertainty around the renewable energy target, we had to reduce the size of the solar farms to under 100 kilowatts, so we could claim the certificates up front. This created investment certainty. This required the business model to be changed, though, from a community ownership and power purchase agreement model to a community loan to Council, which was actually a simpler legal structure and simpler financial model. The loan, though, raised the question, was it legal for Council to borrow money from the community? And the short answer is yes, it is. Our feasibility study found that we actually couldn't fit our key solar system on the sewage treatment plant site, which was quite the conundrum at the time. We tried 9 different locations on the site, which its boundary is actually here. This area here is the waste facility. We then, it's actually got our education centre next door to this site too, so it's a perfect site, so we really had to find a way for it to work. We looked at the site in its entirety and we thought, why not use these ponds? So not only would we have the first council community solar farm, but we possibly have the largest floating solar farm in Australia, which was pretty exciting. But was our community interested? They held an investor, Farming the Sun held an investor pledge launch in 2015, and over 200 people took the pledge, saying that yes, they were genuinely interested in investing. 1 year later, the share offer was released, and the real show of success was when the share offer was fully subscribed in just a matter of weeks. In fact, we had enough funds that we could have funded another whole project. Both solar farms are now in the installation phase, and they should be running by the end of April this year. And the key messages that I'd give from a council perspective are that the community strategic plan and our renewable energy goal provided a policy structure to support this community energy project, and the council had to value more than the bottom line alone. The most significant benefits are the community partnerships, the local investment, and the showcase model that we've received an amazing amount of media and awards, and we've even been in a recent publication. And yeah, that's the Lismore Council and the City of Lismore can be really proud of this project. I'd like to invite Rio now to talk from a community investor perspective.
Thank you, Sharyn. As a local resident, I was very interested to be involved in this project, and I can agree with our Danish friend. It involved lots and lots of meetings. But we wanted to, as a community group, our main purpose was to get the renewables up and running in our local community. And we are achieving that success. As a director of the community-owned company, myself and a number of other volunteers have ended up with 2 companies that we now run. And what we wanted the success was to have a simple and easy to operate, low effort model. And as a shareholder, as an investor, I wanted to get a good return from an ethical investment. The way that we achieved that as community members, we had an advisory panel of 6 members. Those 6 members, I think all of us are now directors of one or other of the 2 companies. Because of constraints, we ended up with 2 companies with 20 investors each, and we each invested $9,000. Mine was through my self-managed super fund, and it was a very easy and legal way for me to make that investment. I'm getting a greater return doing this than leaving that money in the bank. For us, a greater success would be if we can help others to follow this model. We have, just as Andy mentioned before, we have reams of documents, loan agreements with the council, constitutions for the company, the share offering, etc. And they're all available for anybody else who's interested. Thank you for your attention.